Hey boys, welcome back. Welcome back indeed to some Ashes cricket career mode. We're in Dubai playing Pakistan in a no, not a T20, a test series. Yeah, as my chair is creaking and moaning, but it's been a fair while since I've recorded a Ashes cricket video here. So, you know, it's good to be back. Yeah, I felt like playing Ashes cricket. It's a really good game. I mean, I was sort of umming and ahhing, but I wanted to do more than just rugby league videos, for one. And then I was like, do I really want to play some Ashes cricket? Like, it's not cricket season, and obviously I'm more into league, so I always find it a bit tricky. But then as soon as I hop back on Ashes cricket, the game is so good. This game is so good, dude. I really, yeah, like Big Ant, you know, I'm a Big Ant fanboy, you know, but I do really think they've done an excellent job with the cricket series. Like, in my opinion, like it's definitely a step forward ahead of like the rugby league series, which, you know, that's sort of why I'm excited, because I know they can definitely improve upon the rugby league series. There's a nice shot there to get off the mark, beautifully timed through the gap. That's a confidence looking shot. Our average in the test match arena is actually fantastic at a touch over 50, so yeah, we come in at a good spot here. Marcus Harris is killing it, and I think Warner got 100 as well, as again just punching that one for probably a single. Now we're going to push hard for two. Marcus Harris is struggling, but we're going to push him hard. But yeah, the game is quality. And you know, they brought out like in my opinion, a fairly substantial amount of patches, and it's not like not like a patch every couple of weeks, but all the patches have added and changed the game quite a bit. Because every time you hop on this game from a new patch, like, you have to adjust. Like, the gameplay feels fairly different. So, you know, they've done a good job there at listening to feedback, and yeah, the game's in a great spot. Like, I don't know, I'm sure there's people that have issues and gripes with the game. You know, I don't really have any major concerns with the game itself. There's definitely improvements that can be had, but for a cricket game, like, I feel like, you know, if the next cricket game is not for a few years, like, I don't know, I can imagine it'll probably only be like a year and a half for the next cricket game. Is right here. Okay, maybe this is like one of my little gripes. Just a freakish catch in close, but you know, some crazy AI superhuman catching abilities. You know, if that's my biggest issue, then it's not a big thing, honestly. It can be annoying, don't get me wrong, but yeah, we get out for 6, but we're in a commanding position. Look at this score, 600 on the board, but it's obviously a batting pitch, because Pakistan have come out, and I think they're none for about 100 as we come in here. The average a tick under 20, so our bowling has been mighty impressive in test matches as well, which is good to see, because we are obviously a bowling all-rounder, so we want both aspects to be firing on all cylinders. But our bowling, probably, you know, it definitely is the mainstay. It's what we need to, you know, get right to be in the team, ideally. Yeah, what was I saying about the game? I don't know, I was, you know, just commending on, I was actually going to say that, you know, I could see the game not being like, the next cricket game not being like super far away or anything, because it's definitely a, you know, I feel like it's definitely a profitable series for Big Ant. Like, they're not going to give up on the cricket series. But even if, like, as Shazad here is just going to take us downtown, so maybe a bit of a wake-up call here. We've come in to the test arena and had it a bit our own way, but all of a sudden, the batting attack just taking it to us a little bit there with a good shot. That was not a filthy slog. That was a very nice shot down the ground. But yeah, even if the next game didn't come out for a few years, like I can see myself coming back to this game and still enjoying it, because it still looks really good as well. That's another important factor. But I actually challenged this one because I actually thought it was pretty close. It does look like, I don't know if it hit the bat, but it's hit him on the arm, and it looks like it hasn't quite spun back enough. It's hit him a bit outside off stump. Have a look on the hotspot here. Does it catch a little glove top edge? No, it just hits him on the arm. But yeah, it hits him a touch outside off stump. It wasn't a bad shout. I thought, why not challenge it? You know, if we're not going to use them, we're not going to see the other players use them. So might as well use them on our bowling, as we are going to pick up a massive wicket. Hafiz, tremendous partnership, 60 odd for both of them. But look at this ball. Look at that angle. That first angle shows off the delivery so well. You can just see it drift out, and it just clips the off peg, and just the bail. It almost stayed in its groove. It only just flicked off. So that was, man, I love that. I love that sort of down low to the right first replay of a bowled. Like, you can just see it drift out of the hand, spin back, and what a wicket. And right here, that's got to be close. A big shout. He's not giving it. I thought this was super close. If there were 2 challenges remaining, I probably would have challenged this one, because he might have got a little tickle on this one. It doesn't pitch outside leg. Actually, no, it's just spun a bit too much that time. So, you know, luckily we didn't challenge. Would have missed off stump, but very good bowling. As you see, Pakistan are 3 for 294. We've been not hit around. As I say that, we just got tonked for 6 over cover. Again, a good shot. Pakistan, their batting is on fire today. I guess it's obviously a very good batting pitch, because we did the same thing in our innings. But yeah, we're going at a bit over 4 and over, which is fairly unusual for us, as this one's hit him on the back pad. Again, probably a bit too much bounce. But again, we're going to challenge, because I thought this one was extremely close. This one, the only issue I see watching it back on replay, just a touch high. I think it's hit him in line, and I think it's going onto the stumps or over, and it does look like it is going over. It looks like we got a fairly newish ball as well, which isn't going to help our cause. It was a bit of a, looks like a bit more of a roundish arm delivery, a bit more of a more of a slinging type trajectory. And I thought that would sort of not bounce as much, but as you see, it's just going over. It was hit in front. I mean, again, it's a good shout. I don't think you'd be that upset about challenging it, as this one almost gone to the fielder. But we're bowling well. I mean, 1 for 47. I think we deserve a couple more wickets, but we finally, there we go. Ali, he's not going to get his 100, unfortunate, as Ali's batted beautifully for his 80 odd. But this one, again, just playing inside the line. A bit of extra bounce as well. It's, again, just clipped the top of leg stump this time. So, yeah, even, the pitch is looks very hard, looks very flat. But we're getting a little bit of spin, and I think just the extra bounce has helped us out a fair bit in this innings. I mean, we haven't had too much luck or too much help from the pitch. That's we're starting to get through them. The other bowlers have started to do a good job, as this one, the keeper is going to do a tremendous job. It's actually Peter Hanscom keeping. I think, is Matthew Wade in the team as well? I can't remember. I think it is a weird one like that, but a little inside edge onto the pad, and we got caught out by a ridiculous catch. That one wasn't too ridiculous, but the keeper's done a good job to actually get in front of the stumps and take a good catch. So 3 wickets now, 3 very well deserved wickets, and yeah, as you can see, it's 8 for 390, or 394 now. But yeah, obviously the other bowlers have done a very, very handy job in that innings. They've ripped through them, and we come out here and the average is actually dipped. It's dipped below 50, which is unfortunate. But yeah, Pat Cummins, 5 wickets. couple of the runouts. Marcus Harris got a run out. Yeah, so we picked up 3. Cummins got 5, and I think Stark got the other one, or Hazelwood. I didn't quite catch it, but again, come out. Someone's quick. We've got the one thing to note as well with the new patch. You'll find I won't bat as easily because the batting has been made a lot more difficult because I am batting on the hardest difficulty, and before the patch it was really easy still. But they made it so the hardest is actually hard. And the other thing you'll notice is the pace is like quick, but it's not actually showing on the radar. So that first ball from Army, I think it was lightning, but it was only like 136 Ks, but they made it so as this one's a good pull shot actually into the gap, probably for a couple, 4 actually, good shot to get off the mark. But what they did is, I think I talked about this before, but if you don't know, when you change the game, well, before the patch, if you change the gameplay modifiers for the speed, it would make the ball obviously quicker, as this is a good shot. I thought I picked the man out, but what a pull shot. It would make the speed obviously quicker, but also the radar, so you would see balls that are like 160, 170 Ks, depending how high you put it. But after the patch, it keeps the speeds realistic. So if you crank the gameplay modifier speed up as much as possible, in the previous version, the ball would be like 200 Ks on the radar, but in this patch, it still would only show like 130, 140, I guess upwards 150, depending the bowler. But it keeps realistic speeds on the radar. It's just quicker through the air, which is awesome. Like that's what I wanted it to be, because it's not a big, like, you think about it and it's like, what's the big deal? I mean, it's just the speed on the you know, on the display. Like, it's not actually, it doesn't actually mean anything, but I don't know, it's just better like that. Like, it looks more realistic. You can actually see when it's a slower ball on the speedo, but it obviously just makes it more difficult for batting as well. As that's another good shot. It was a full toss, put away. So I mean, this innings, we've come out and hit some glorious shots. I'm not gonna lie, our pull shots have been fantastic. So the batting, it's gonna be much more tricky. That's why keeping our average in international matches like to a high score is gonna be tricky, but it's gonna be more rewarding, honestly. Because even that one, like 132 Ks, but it was quick, because I haven't got like it maxed out, because that's ridiculous. Like I wouldn't even like bat on ball, and the bounce would be too ridiculous for like short balls. But I've got a sort of, I think, a pretty good medium for me. It's like when they do a fastball, like it's quick, and the short balls obviously feel quicker as well. As that one was actually a slower ball bouncer, and we just sky it to Ali at fine legs. So that's unfortunate. You know, we go for the short balls. I've said it before in many videos. Probably our best shot is the pull shot. It's the shot I like to play the most, and it's the most satisfying in my opinion. But we do get out to it quite a bit, because it's a shot that it reaps rewards. As right here, we got bundled out for 263. I think Amir got 6 wickets, but yeah, I mean, we were just trying to get some quick runs. We got a huge lead. Pakistan need to do something superhuman to get out of this one, and they're already 3 for 43, so it's gonna be pretty tricky for them at this stage. But yeah, the pull shot, you know, I go for it. It reaps rewards, but it also is fraught with danger, which yeah, you know, that's sort of the way I like to play anyway. So it's I'm gonna go for it, even if there's players back. You know, it's too tempting not to. Is this one? It's a good shout. Even looking back on it on the replay, that looks really close. The only I'm gonna call it now. I think it might be hitting him just outside the line of off stump. It's come from a fairly wide angle there. Now it's hit him in line. It's just strained too much, has it? No, it's going over the top. They're always going over the top. Every time, dude. They always go over the top. But even looking at that on the replay, it didn't look like it was bouncing that much. I sometimes, that's probably the one thing. I mean, I could be totally wrong, and it could be fine, but I sometimes feel like in the game the ball tracking seems a little weird. Like I sometimes feel like it's too big a bounce, as we are going to pick up another wicket, a clean bowled. We're getting so many of these. Again, that angle just shows it beautifully. Cleans up his off stump. A few cracks actually starting to form as well, which could help us a bit in this final innings, and potentially a very quick innings if all things go to plan. 4 for 73. A little bit of a fight here, but yeah, we're in the box seat for sure. And there we go. That's another one. Just, you know, a little bit more bounce, a little bit tentative outside that off stump line, looking to just push it away for potentially dot ball or a single at best, and he's just going to poke it up to the man. You know, I love having the two men on the off in the leg side there looking for the catch, because there's plenty of inside edges onto pads and those sort of wickets, which are, you know, they're very satisfying wickets. Clean bowls are great, probably the most satisfying. As right here, I don't know what happened. It's caught by Peter Handscomb. It was a ripping ball. I actually thought it was gonna clean bowl him. We'll have a look at this one. He's obviously a little edge. It was gonna bowl him. Handscomb just has snatched it, trying to get the stats. I mean, it's still our wicket. It's still the wicket to us, but this is a ripping ball. It's pitched a good bit outside leg. He's actually whacked it into his pad. A bit unlucky, maybe. And then this one was going to hit the stumps. It was going to ricochet onto the stumps, but Handscomb is taking it into his own hands and taking the catch. You know, all power to him. If he dropped it, I would have been quite perturbed, but he made the grab. So we're 3 for 30, and this is, you know, this is more like it. That's a good ball as well. Hit him on the back leg, I thought. I thought it actually was a potential catching chance. Again, we're going to challenge. We've actually... This is the most challenges I've ever used in Ashes cricket. I usually never use them, but I don't know. In this one, I've been using them deluxe, and this one is actually plumb, except it's hitting outside the line of leg stump. Can you believe it? This is the one that's gonna hit like middle and off stump. Look at that. It's the one that's gonna just clean the wickets up has pitched outside leg stump, so it can't be given. Yeah, we can't catch a trick with the challengers and the LBs, but yeah, this is fantastic bowling. And then very next ball, what a delivery. Wasm just loses. I mean, you can't blame him. He's in a dire spot here. He's just going for a bit of a, you know, trying to release some pressure, get a few runs, have a little bit of fun out here anyway, and goes for the big one. A little bit of spin, just enough to beat the edge and clean him up. So a very similar ball to the one that was turned down for the LB actually, but he just didn't hit his pad that time. So yeah, 4 wickets now. We actually got a good chance to pick up a 5-fer. But yeah, the other bowlers, they pulled their weight this match, and it looks like it's going to be a very, very big win, as that is actually going to be a very quick turn of events. We win by almost 300 runs there. Yeah, that's a big win to start this test series against Pakistan. Marcus Harris, man of the match, with 310 not out in the first innings. Oh boy, that's crazy. And then we got 3 wickets and 4 wickets respectively. Also a 20-odd thrown in there. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy. I'm going to be back more regularly with Ashes cricket. It's such a good game. I can't stay away. So I'll see you guys in the next one.